Leonard back in Toronto, where he led that franchise to its first ever NBA championship. And the fun guy had a lot of fun as the fans were there ready to let him know how much they still love him.
Fans, please welcome back Kawhi Leonard!
Jay Williams, what do you think of the reception?
It's incredible. The power of a ring, Greeny. So last year, he was a player that got out of the Spurs situation. Nobody could play with him. He wasn't a good teammate. Now he's an incredible teammate because he won a championship.
He gets his ring last night, and then he shows the fans why they miss him. Walked him inside, outside, passing and shooting. He played great.
The only gap for this team is their low post presence in Zubac. That's the only question for the Clippers. And when you think about the Raptors, they were playing without Fred VanVleet last night. I think they're a regular season team. I do not think they are a playoff team.
You see Kawhi here going into the lane and drawing the contact. He would score 23. The Clippers with a big win by 20 on the road. And then Kawhi explained about his ring after the game. Listen to this.
Inside the ring, I have my I have a logo in there, and it's on my middle finger, so it reminds me to put on my middle finger. So I have a like a FU symbol on there.
How does he say that without the signature laugh? I can't even hear it without the laugh. All right, Jay Will, let's run the floor. LeBron James, his 14th triple-double. LA taking care of the Magic in Orlando. Is he the MVP?
He is the MVP, in my opinion. His P is plus minus is exponentially greater than anybody else in the NBA, and that's including Giannis.
Let's talk about Giannis then, because he didn't play, but that was no problem for his team. The Bucks cruise past New Orleans, their 16th straight win. Is Milwaukee clearly the best team in the East?
Yes, hands down, they're the best team in the East. With all the three-point shooters, with the interior defense, and with having a skinny wing version of Shaquille O'Neal and Giannis, they are the best team in the East.
But there are two teams that might have something to say about that before the season's over. Those are the Sixers and the Celtics. They play tonight in Boston in an Eastern Conference showdown. The Sixers enter having won 3 straight and 7 of 8. But the other night, I'm sure you've heard about this, Charles Barkley had some very strong comments about Joel Embiid on TNT. He said this about Embiid, quote, "He's the toughest player in the league to match up with. But we don't talk about him the way we talk about Luka, Giannis, Anthony Davis, James. We don't ever say that about him. It's frustrating for me because I picked the Sixers to get to the finals." There was some pretty significant criticism.
Join the club, Charles.
Of Joel Embiid.
Join the club.
What, is that fair?
I even think Charles missed the point there. I don't think, when do we see bigs like Joel Embiid lead their team to a championship in this new era of the NBA? It's wings. So the most disappointing player to me thus far in the league was a guy that I was huge on this summer. I thought he was going to come into the league shooting the ball from the three-point line, being aggressive. Ben Simmons, 6'10", 240. Greeny, there's no reason he should not be playing like Giannis Antetokounmpo, correct?
Yeah.
He should be playing like Giannis. He should be dominating. Look at these. These are the numbers. 19% usage rate, 4th. Points per game, 14th, 4th. Field goals attempts per game, 5th. These are on his own team. His own team. Ben Simmons should be averaging 22 points, 15 rebounds, 10.5 assists. Usage rate should be all the way high. It just, I don't know if he has that dog in him, and it drives me crazy.
Well, I'm going to ask you the question, why?
I don't know why. I don't understand why. For a guy who has his ability, I heard Kendrick Perkins say something about Giannis that really caught my ear. He said he brings it every game, not just every game. He actually brings it every possession. I would love to see if Ben Simmons could challenge himself to try to bring it every possession and just play the game with energy. You get tired? Hey, coach, get me out. Give me a second break. Let me get back into the game.
I have to feel, and we don't have time to get into it now, but at some point, how much of it stems from his inability to shoot like that? That has to create a lack of confidence.
I wish we can do the breakdown. He actually, his whole hand is on the back side of the ball when he shoots, and his right hand is not underneath the ball, it's on the side of the ball. It's like he's shooting the ball like a shot put. Right. I've never seen anything like this before.
I'm told you're going to be here tomorrow.
Yes.
We will do that tomorrow. We'll see what happens with the Sixers and Celtics tonight.
It's incredible. It'll blow your mind.
And we will look at one of the main problems that they have right now in Philadelphia. Meantime, as a Laker, LA taking care of the Magic in Orlando. Is he the MVP?
I think right now it's between him and Giannis. Yes, I would say I like LeBron James as the MVP. His real plus minus is like 2 points higher than Giannis is right now. Look, this team has won 12 straight road games, and I think the other pieces of the team really set a tone last night.
Well, let's talk about that because we all know LeBron and we all know Anthony Davis, but you're going to tell us that the supporting cast is actually one of the reasons you're buying in.
Greeny, every good company needs somebody to mop up the floors. They need somebody to come in late to do all the dirty work. Dwight Howard is doing that. Now, I know he's only averaging 7 points and 7 rebounds, even though he's shooting 72% from the field. But, like, last night, this is a place where he was Defensive Player of the Year 3 years in a row, okay? He took them to the Eastern Conference Finals. They traded him. This is an angry game for him. I like seeing Dwight angry. Yes, he initiated the fight, but I like seeing him find a way, when you're playing against a team like the Magic, where you need to find a way to manufacture energy, he does that. Jared Dudley comes in, pushes somebody, he gets ejected. That's energy that helps his team win the game. When you have players that are willing to do the dirty work, that's what makes LeBron James and AD special, because they can stay up high and be Batman and Superman.
So Lakers or Bucks, who's the best team in basketball?
If they were to meet up right now, I would take the Bucks. With the way the Bucks are playing, I think the Bucks, obviously just the shooters that they have, and Giannis, the way he's playing right now, I think he's playing the best in the NBA. I don't know if he's MVP.
I tell you what,
he's playing
let's wager that incredibly nice top that you are wearing. I'll take the Lakers, you take the Bucks in a 7-game series. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, I like that.
It's a wager.
All right, done.
Very good. Much more basketball as we
championship goes to show you how special of a player he is.
And then he spent the entire night making them remember just how good he is. You'll see the whole repertoire here, the inside shot, nice passing, outside shooting, everything.
Now remember, there's no Fred VanVleet for Toronto. They've been having an exceptional year, but I think Toronto is a regular season team. I do not think they're built for the playoffs. Don't believe the hype.
Kawhi Leonard's team is built for the playoffs. He knocked down a 3 there. They were leading by 12. He would score 23. Good night for Kawhi and the Clippers.
Yeah, Kawhi, look, their wings are strong. The one thing that is lacking for the Clippers, Zubac in the middle, that middle presence overall.
They get the win on the road by 20 last night.
Inside the ring, I have a logo in there, and it's on my middle finger, so it reminds me to put it on my middle finger. So I have like a FU symbol on there.
Wait, only what? He could say that with a straight face. That's inside his ring. Okay, let's run the floor. No Giannis, no problem. Bucks win their 16th straight, beating New Orleans. Is Milwaukee clearly the best in the East?
They might be the best team in basketball, Greeny. They might be, and look, I am off the Ben Simmons bandwagon. I was on at the beginning of the year. I've seen him shoot. There's no way a guy who's 6'10", 240 pounds should be averaging like 14, 7, and 8.
Right.
He should be putting up Giannis numbers in order for Philly to be that team. The Bucks are that.
Fresh edition of SportsCenter coming at you. Al Duncan, Antonita Collins, Chinea Wumike with us this morning. Highlights of LeBron and Tiger coming up in a minute, but first.
Yes, they say you can't go home again, but you can go back to a place that you had a brief layover and were received very warmly. The greatest Raptors.
The vets will be on the move because the young talent is so great. The future's bright.
They trailed by 6 entering the fourth, and here in the fourth, Harden back. And Clarkson brings it up, drives, finds Kevin Porter Jr. 19-0 run for the Cavs.
Yeah, again, they're building through their youngins. Kevin Porter Jr., Darius Garland, Colin Sexton. The young core plays hard and proud.
Yeah, the Cavs scored 24 unanswered points, the most since 2009, and now they lead by 11. But hold your horses, because, come on, you know this. The beer will respond. Here trailing. What a beauty.
James Harden, his greatness is normalized, but let me remind you, he takes and makes more contested shots than anybody else in the league, and he continues to remain unbothered.
Yeah, that was when he hit that three-pointer, his 48th of the night. Rockets trailing by 4, and then under 3 to play. Drills that 10th three-pointer of the night, giving the Rockets the lead. You know, Coach Mike D'Antoni saying that he wouldn't be surprised because he knows just how good he is.
Yeah, and if you think about that shot, that's the key to the Rockets' success. Guys not named James Harden hitting shots on the perimeter.
And then here, Clarkson loses the handle, finds Harden, who pushes it up to P.J. Tucker. Ices the game. The Rockets with the win. Yep. Harden, 55 points, tied a franchise record with 10 three-pointers in the game. Check this out, only Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant have 50-point games against more teams. Harden became the second player in NBA history to make 10 twos and 10 threes in the same game, joining the one and only Steph Curry. Thank you to Chinea Wumike.
An angel among us. Yeah. There's actually a new angel.
Hey.
Anthony Rendon reportedly agreeing with the Angels.
Season, the King continues to dominate, notching his 6th triple-double of the season. Let us show you how he got the job done. Second quarter, LeBron with the ball down low, and he finishes through contact and the foul. So LA up by 15 now. Later in the second, they were up by 22, and the Kings taking it right through the Magic defense. Easy peasy. LeBron James had as many made shots and assists as the Magic starters combined in the first half. They were up by 13 at that point. Now, third quarter, LeBron his compadre, Anthony Davis, who slams it home. His teammates saying that he is the best in the world for a reason. Caruso saying that LeBron creates so much that it's up to them to play off that. Now in the fourth, Lakers were up by 8. LeBron taking it to the basket, but his dunk attempt, what? Blocked by Mo Bamba. Yeah, only the 10th time in his career that he's done blocked.
That's never going to get old, I'm sorry.
And then under 2 remainder, Lakers up by 8. LeBron pulling up and hitting that. He finishes his 14th triple-double as a Laker. They go on to win 96-87. And LeBron is only in his 2nd season with the Lakers, but last night broke a tie with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the 5th most triple-doubles in Lakers franchise history. He now has 60 career 25-point triple-doubles in his career. That is 3rd most in NBA history.
Look, the Celtics and the Pacers, Kemba Walker. 15 points in the first quarter, was on a total tear. Facing a Pacers team who had lost 7 straight to the C's. In the third quarter, we pick it up. Walker strips Miles Turner. Watch this. The pass. Woo! Oh, and then the slam by Jaylen Brown. You'll take another look. Beautiful pass by Walker. That's sexy, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to make it look sexy. Celtics up 6. Walker, again, the tough layup. 44 points at this point, 7 assists. Celtics go up 5. But in the final frame, we had a little bit of a scary moment, and particularly we're talking about someone that has been hampered with injury quite a bit. Gordon Hayward, local kid too, grew up just outside of Indianapolis. It looks like nothing, but he gets hit in the nose by Doug McDermott. Now, he would leave the game. He didn't break the nose.